Hey guys, it's Kinsey, your favorite garage gym girly. Now, I know a lot of my following is against Temu, but I also know that there's a lot of you out there that are trying to build a garage gym or a home gym under a budget, and you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of quality or a lot of quality for some functionality. And so I have two machines here today that I want to go over that I've, bought off Temu just to review for you guys to see if it's worth the sacrificing or being a little scared to order off Temu, and see if it's something that would fit in your home gym and fit your needs. First up is the Kingsmith Leg Extension Hamstring Curl Machine. This is kind of an unofficial short review, but let's start with how the Temu ordering process went first. I got this machine for $297 with free shipping, which is $130 cheaper than the Kingsmith website and $100 cheaper than Amazon. It came in about 2 to 3 days because they ship from California and I'm in Utah, and the contents of the box are very nicely packaged, which is good because there was a big hole in the box from shipping. Surprisingly, there were no dings or scrapes on anything. So now for my thoughts on the machine. Those of you that are familiar with the channel know that I have a lot of experience reviewing these leg extensions and these leg curl machines. So I do have the credentials to speak on this bad boy right here. The first thing I noticed about the Kingsmith leg extension leg curl is that the finishes on it are a very nice quality. I would say it's kind of in between like something really cheap and a commercial machine. Just like the finishing touches are just really nice. And what I like about this machine is there is like really tight tolerances. When I'm doing this, I don't feel anything clanking around, shaking around. Like this just feels locked in and it just feels very, very solid. Those of you that are familiar with the machine might notice that there is not those ugly handles that it comes with. That is because I installed my own handles. The reason why I did that is not just because of looks, but because of functionality. Those handles that it comes with, if you install them, you will not be able to reach the last two settings on this cam. And the reason that's a problem is because you won't get full range of motion in the bottom of the movement without those last two holes. So I went ahead and took those handles off, and I was just holding onto the bottom of the seat. And then I remembered that I had a pair of old handles from a GMWD machine that I had. So anyways, I drilled my own two holes down here and attached these handles, and they work freaking awesome. If you don't have handles laying around, it's okay. Like I said, it wasn't terribly uncomfortable to grab the sides of the seat, but just know that you're probably not going to use those handles that it comes with because it does get in the way of the last two holes, which you are going to need this machine to function. For adjustability, there are only two different back pad angles to choose from. It doesn't slide forward or backward whether you're tall or short. And then as long as you take that little screw out that goes in that hole, the roller will articulate as much as you want it to. For leg extensions, I give this machine a 7.5 out of 10. It would be so much better if the pad was rounded or angled differently, because your knees, when you're getting the full range of motion, is kind of wrapping around like this square pad, so it's a little uncomfortable. This machine seems to have a 1-to-1 ratio, which just means whatever weight you load onto it is the weight you're going to feel. For hamstring curls, I give this an 8 out of 10. It's actually very comfortable and I like the angle of the seat. But the only thing I could see being an issue is for taller people. Maybe you might run out of room at the top when you curl, because as you can see, that plate is almost hitting the pulley. There is currently an ice cream truck outside my house, so if you hear some music, that's what it is, but the show must go on. Next up, we have the GMWD Multi Hip Machine. Now, other than the fact that this takes up so much space, this is going to come in handy here in my gym. I have a 75-year-old client. You guys will probably hear me talk about him a lot, but he has like balancing issues, and because of that, he has weak glutes. Well, he just overall has a little bit weaker legs, and he already has a hard time walking and balancing as it is. So because of him, I got this machine just to try out, see if it can help him. If not, it can go. But so far, I've really been loving it. It has 9 points of adjustment here on the cam. So that allows you to do glute kickbacks, abduction, and even hip flexion. So you can do a lot of things. I'm sure there's way more you can do on this machine. I just got this in a couple days ago, so I've been kind of putting it through the ringer. The only thing that I don't like about this is how, like, I wish this roller was longer, because you have to kind of tuck yourself in and then you end up hitting these feet right here. Just wanted to give you guys a better angle of what I was talking about. So basically, when you put your feet up on this, if you are right over the top of the roller and you come down, you hit these feet. So you have to position yourself on the very edge of the roller, and it kind of feels a little sketchy. It's not terrible. This machine does what it advertises. It feels really good. I can't tell if it's a 1-to-1 ratio or not. It won't take much weight to get your glutes activated or your adductors or whatever. I can see this machine being very useful for just warming up for a leg day. And then also if you're healing from any injuries, I think it's worth the space that it takes up. If you have the space to spend and the money, I do recommend this machine. It's not super, super great quality, but it feels good. It's smooth, does what it says it does. So I give it an 8 out of 10. Last but certainly not least is this pull-up bar from Temu. I also got these handles that I'm attaching on Temu as well. They're kind of like a knockoff Kensui handle, but it works really well. It allows me to have a perfect spot for my neutral grip pull-ups. This thing is solid. I've talked about it in a video before. This thing cost me like 50 bucks, and the brackets that hang on the wall are very heavy duty. The pull-up bar itself isn't, but the brackets that are secured to the wall are. So I've had people that are like 200 pounds hang on this thing and it doesn't move. This thing is also multi-purpose. You can do leg raises on it and also dips. And it also holds my yoga ball when I'm not using my yoga ball, gets it up off the floor. So I like that this doesn't take up any space at all, and it does a few different movements. So I definitely think it's worth the $50. All right, guys, that's it for the Temu haul. Let me know if there's anything you've been eyeballing that you want me to cover. Chances are maybe I have already had it in the past, or I've been eyeballing it too, and I will buy it and review it for the channel. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Helps me out, and it takes 2 seconds. Thanks, guys.